Photography. It's a simple and easy yet extremely daunting task. So how do you make it easy and what does it mean about you? A picture's worth 1,000 words. It's absolutely true saying, and every photographer knows and understands its meaning. So what do you want your pictures to say about you? We're going to talk about a couple of different things that'll make it easy for you to take picture book quality photos. So the basic steps. 1, always have your camera on you. It's extremely important to have your camera on you because no matter where you are, you will find inspiration in some of the most random pieces of information, or a building, or a piece of trash on the street in an awkward position. You never know what's going to inspire you. So it's always important to have your camera on you. You also want to make sure that you are ready to take a ton of shots. So if you're going into the city for the first time, say for example, New York City, like I did this weekend, I took about 500 pictures just in Times Square. Once I filtered through all of them, I probably have maybe 100 left. So that is definitely a big one and kind of a big piece to remember, is you always got to be ready to take a bunch of pictures to get that perfect shot. So the next thing is you want to make sure you've got a great focus. So that could be looking at like I said earlier, a piece of trash in the street. It could be at an awkward angle, something you've never seen. You take a picture of it, you play with your filters, and next thing you know, you have something that you're extremely proud of and is very beautiful to look at. And it was just a piece of trash in the street. So make sure that what you're focusing on is very important to you or random inspiration. You'll also want to make sure when you're looking at focus is using different angles. Don't be afraid to use different angles. As you can see in several of my shots from New York and Chicago over the last year, I take buildings at different angles. It adds depth to the photo as well as makes it more visually appealing when it comes to the photo. Last but not least, in the world of Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook, everybody loves filters on their photos. But if you're not careful, your filters can actually take away from your photos. So one of the first things I tell you to do with a new camera phone or a new camera, you're definitely going to want to get comfortable with the settings and the filter options. Sometimes adding a filter may add too much to your photo. Otherwise, it can increase the depth or the ability of the photo. So, prime example, these are actually trees in my best friend's backyard. And I've taken them at different angles and with different filters, and I did it all with my iPhone 8 Plus camera this weekend. So I'm very proud of these photos because they show my love of nature, her love of nature, and the filters actually added to the photos rather than took away from the natural beauty that is her backyard, which, by the way, is ginormous and it's amazing. Photography is the easiest way to let the world know how you see it. So it is a great personal expression option, and you don't have to be an extremely artistic person to be able to make the best of the photography. Most photos are going to be very personal to you, so you may not always want to show them. Not a big deal. But photography and photos say an absolute amount, about who you are as a person. Prime example, bluebonnets. They're everywhere in Texas. I love them. And I played with the portrait filter, which actually allowed me to add depth and the main focus be the bluebonnet in the photo. Here we have stringed lights on an old barn building at the Antique Rose Emporium. Then you got the beach. So at the end of the day, are you ready to show the world how you see it all through your camera lens?
Question. What are your favorite things to shoot?
I prefer architecture, especially in the older cities, which is probably why I took almost 500 pictures in Times Square this weekend. When I went to Cincinnati to visit my parents, I took probably close to 2,000. They're doing a whole renovation project throughout the city, and it's just absolutely fantastic. What's up, dude?
How would you take the picture?
So I did it a couple of different ways. I have the camera on my phone, which I use a lot because it's always there. I always have my phone. I have two Nikons. One is a digital and then one is a print. Now, finding film for the print camera is pretty hard since Kodak stopped making film like before you were born. Let's just put it that way. And so when it's digital, I just upload it to my computer and I can edit it and do whatever I want or upload it so I can share it.